Welcome back to a brand new season of Titan Talks. I'm Lauryn Hough, and we're excited to kick off another year of interviews with our amazing student athletes and coaches. For those who are new to Titan Talks, in our series, we sit down with our athletes to talk about their seasons, upcoming matches, and give our community a closer look at the people behind the jerseys. Today, we're talking football as our Titans head into their first round of playoffs against North Union, a solid team sitting at 5-3. We faced them once already this season and came out on top 52-28, but we know it won't be easy matchup this time around. To kick things off, we're joined by our quarterback, Teagan Hanson. Teagan, thanks for joining us. First off, how's the team feeling heading into the playoff week?
We're feeling good.
You faced North Union once before. What are some takeaways from that game you've been focusing on this week?
Just our defense trying to stop the run game, and then our offensive stuff just staying sharp.
What has been the focus and practice this week, both mentally and physically, as you prepare for this matchup?
Just making sure we get all the little things right and just doing what we need to do.
As a quarterback, you have a big leadership role on the field. How do you keep your teammates locked in and confident heading into the big playoff game like this?
I just make sure they're focused, encourage them if they do something wrong or do something right, and just make sure they're ready.
North Union is a solid team with some talented players on both sides of the ball. What do you think is going to be the toughest part of their game to stop?
Definitely the run game. They have a lot of big kids, and their running back's pretty good.
What do you think the key victory will be to the Titans this Friday night?
Just our effort.
How important is it to be playing at this level of competition as you head into the postseason?
It's really important. Our last four weeks, we've had really good competition, so we should be looking forward for Friday.
All right. Do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions?
I just drink an Alani before every game.
What's your go-to pregame hype song?
One of One by Gunna.
If you could have any NFL quarterback come watch your playoff game, who would it be and why?
Probably Drew Brees, because I've watched him when I was a little kid and just looked up to him.
What's your favorite memory from this football season so far?
Probably that we're just undefeated.
If you had to describe this year's team in one word, what would it be?
Probably just talented.
Teagan, thank you so much for joining us today. We're excited to watch you and the Titans take on North Union in the first round of playoffs. Best of luck to you and the team. Go Titans!
Next up on Titan Talks, we're joined by one of our defensive leaders, linebacker Caleb Swedin. Caleb and the defense have been a key part of the Titans' success this season, and they'll be tested again Friday night as they take on North Union in the first round of the playoffs. Caleb, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with this week. How's the team been preparing for this first round playoffs matchup?
We've been working on our things that we did in the second half of when we last played them, and working on things like if they change their format against us.
You faced North Union once already this season. What did you learn from that game that you think will help this time around?
The way we're lining up against their run-heavy offense and being more like disciplined on the D-line and linebackers and reading our keys.
North Union's offense has some playmakers and scored 28 points in the last meeting. What's been the focus for the defense this week to limit their success?
Our focus is to stopping the run up the middle and making sure that they don't get any trick plays on us like they did last game.
As a linebacker, you're in the middle of the action. What do you see as the biggest challenge when it comes to stopping their offense?
Not getting blocked by their big offensive line.
How important is communication and leadership on the defensive side of the ball, especially in a big playoff game like this one?
It's very important because you have to tell everybody where they line up and if they're man and zone or what formation we're in, and that's how important it is.
What's the energy of the team right now as you head into the postseason?
Our energy is really good. We're trying to stay hype and also humble, so we're not thinking that we beat them once, we're going to beat them again.
The defense has made some big plays this year. What's been your favorite defensive moment or stop this season so far?
Either my interception or when I sacked the quarterback a lot.
What do you think makes this defensive group and your team in general so strong?
How much chemistry we have together and work together to stop their offense.
Do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions before taking the field?
I tape both my ankles. That's about it.
What's your go-to pump-up song before kickoff?
Love by Keisha.
If you were to tackle any NFL player, who would it be and why?
Cam Scatabo, because he likes to lead with his head.
Who on the team has the most energy during games, or the guy who's always hyping everyone up?
Either Luke Baum or Landon Dietrich.
If you had to describe this Titan team in one word, what would it be?
Amazing.
Caleb, thanks so much for joining us. We're excited to see you in the defense in action Friday night against North Union. Best of luck to you, and best of luck in the first round. Go Titans.
To wrap up this week's Titan Talks football playoff edition, we're joined by the head coach, Todd Hough. Coach Hough and his staff have guided the Titans into the postseason once again, and they're gearing up for a tough first round matchup against North Union on this Friday night. Coach Hough, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coach, the postseason is here. How does it feel to be headed into the playoff footballs once again?
It's always good. It's always good to be practicing this time of year when it's a little colder outside. So that's what we work towards throughout the year. So it's always good to get into the postseason.
You faced North Union already this season and came away with a big win. What are some takeaways from that game that you and the coaching staff have been emphasizing in preparation for this rematch?
Just they're a very physical football team, so just kind of match our physicality up front on both sides of the ball will be important in the rematch.
What has practice looked like this week? How has the team been preparing both mentally and physically for this matchup?
Just going over a scouting report at practice, kind of what they did last time, what we saw, and maybe some things we think they might try to switch or change a little bit. And, shortening practices up this time of year to get in and get out and make sure the kids are rested up and ready to go.
What do you think are the biggest challenges North Union presents this time around?
Just their physicality up front. Like I said earlier, they're big on both sides of the football, so our kids up front will have to do a good job of keeping a low pad level and firing off the ball.
How do you and your coaching staff work to keep the players focused and locked in during a week like this, when the stakes are higher in a team you've already beat once this season?
Yeah, I think our kids have done a good job of being locked in, and the kids know we played them once already. They're a good football team, and when you're in the postseason, the kids, they're excited about it and they're ready to go. So they've been locked in that, and I think they want to make some noise here in the playoffs a little bit.
Looking back at the regular season, what are you most proud of when it comes to this team's development?
Just the improvement from day one to where we're at right now. We got a big senior class. They have a fun group to work with, and just their effort that they've given us every week throughout the season is really, really good to see from a coaching standpoint.
How have the team leaders stepped up to help set the tone heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, we expect a lot of leadership from our seniors. They've done a great job, like I said. They come to practice, they work hard, they always have good attitudes, and that makes it fun for everybody.
What's one thing you want to see your team execute, especially well on Friday night?
Just the little things. We preach that as a coach. Coaches preach that a lot. Don't focus on the big things. Focus each play. What are the little things you got to do for your job to make that play successful? That's what we'd like to see on Friday.
All right, Coach, let's switch it up for a few fun ones. Do you have any personal game day superstitions or routines?
If I can get an exercise in the morning, I like that. And the other thing that I like to do when I first get to school is I like to get everything packed up and ready to go. It's kind of a routine I have to make sure early in the day I know I got everything sitting out ready to be loaded up, so later in the day I don't have to worry about it.
What's your go-to pump-up song or pre-game tradition with the team?
I don't know. Probably the pre-game tradition that I like the most is a little chant we do before the game led by Coach Conlon. That's a pretty fun chant, and the kids get into it and like it, gets us pumped up and ready to go for the game.
If you had to describe this year's Titan football team in one word, what would it be and why?
I'd say explosive. Offensively, we just have a lot of weapons that, we can turn a 1-yard pass into a touchdown. We got a lot of kids that can make plays, so I think explosive would be a good word.
Coach Hough, thanks so much for joining us. We're looking forward to watching you and the Titans take on North Union in the first round of the playoffs. Best of luck to you and the coaching staff and the team. And as always, go Titans.
All right, go Titans.
I'm Lauren Hough, and we're excited to kick off another year of interviews with our
Read like a robot.
North Union is oh my gosh game and what I don't think I've struggled on this one yet. Okay.